Welcome back, everybody. Today, showing us how to get curb appeal for under $100 is the priceless Paige Hemmings.
Thank you.
Right out of the gate, why do I want my curb to be appealing to people?
Well, I think that's what curb appeal is. You want it to be appealing. So let's say you're selling your house. You want
What is it? Yeah.
any prospective buyer. It's the curb appeal literally means the view from the curb. You want it to be appealing. And how do we
that's quite
do
literal.
that?
I should have figured that
It
out,
is
right?
quite literal.
Okay.
Yes. And how do we do that when we're selling our house? It can really add. It can kind of make or break a sale. Somebody might not even come in because things just don't look quite right out front. Or if you're just, if you're not into selling your house and you want to have friends and family over, this is just a way to make it a little prettier, more inviting.
Your house.
Give it a zhuzh.
Make it a little fancy pants.
Yes.
Okay, so what are we talking here to cost-wise? What are we going to do? A lot to invest in our...
Well, if you want to know, do you want to know how much you'll make off of this?
like
or
how much?
you'll
Right.
save?
Well, how much are we going to spend?
You're going to spend less than $100.
Oh, that's
and I suggest doing that because really, unless you're doing the entire front yard, I'd say save the money. Just do these little things that can make a difference.
And these are things I'm doing myself. I'm not hiring out.
No, if you hired out, you'd probably pay about $500 to $1,000.
Really?
But these are things that can, when you sell your house, you can go from 10 to 30, even 100,000 more asking
the value. That's
just
true.
by making it look good outside.
Okay, so what are the few things that can increase the value of the house then?
Well, if you look around here, I took our own house, and no, we're not selling. We're not going anywhere, Hallmark. But I want to make it more inviting. So I took a look around the house, and let me show you the before picture that we have out here. So, it's still fine, but you're looking, the hedges are a little unkept. The plants on either side of the door, and if you can see like a little bit more, there was actual dirt on the ground. There's a red door. That was all kind of icky and scuffed. And that wreath was a little dated.
Right. Well,
and if you look on the side behind you, now there were white plants
Oh, yes,
there.
there were.
Yeah.
There were. And you know what? I don't want to hate. If you guys have fake flowers out front,
Yeah.
I'm the same. I cannot keep anything alive. You guys are totally different. Everything would be green and alive.
Yeah.
But if you want to use fake plants, that's okay too. But be up with the trends and don't have dirty flowers outside.
I noticed two things. We changed color. With
Did
the doors
change
change. I
color.
want to talk about the pots too after that.
Yes.
But let's talk about shifting colors with the door.
Well, with our door, it was a red door, and I actually love a red door.
Me
But
too.
if you are kind of going with the trends right now, the red is kind of going out on the trends, and this is something you can change every year if you want to. All you need is a little paint and a good willing spirit to get it done. And especially the door handle that we had, it was, I got Orly to try to go in. It kept getting knocked. She actually got hurt.
P.S. This is a true story that happens
is
to me
a true story.
every single day trying to go in the house.
Exactly. Yes, you get caught, and it just didn't work right. So imagine a prospective buyer coming to your house. They can't even get in the door. And think about them, especially with Debbie. Like, would you want to be able to lock the door behind? Do you want friends to be able to come in for safety for your family as
for
well?
my baby,
Yes, so it's an easy thing to do. Paint with the trends. Right now, black is really, really in, that kind of Cape Cod feel. Paint it black, and then add new door fixtures. And it's not hard to do.
And it also looks, like my mama said, it looks so rich.
It looks so rich and so nice. Yes, I'm going to channel your mom. Yes.
Have we did a little pruning up here? What happened?
Yes.
This looks really
So
tidy.
the most amazing part about this is everything on this table is what I use to actually do this transformation. These are hedge trimmers. And so I did. I went around, I pruned some hedges. These are for the smaller ones. I also use these on the fake flowers, and a paintbrush. And you don't need a degree to know what that is. So this is what I used. And yes, I went around, and you can kind of see the bushes here are a little bit nicer. The bushes here. If you can take a look at these two things, they were terracotta. And if you take a close look at these two plants, it almost looked as if it was rust. And we know in our brains that terracotta does not rust.
There it is right there.
But to have something that doesn't look very clean and maybe have your buyers wondering, how rusty are the pipes inside if I see rust outside? It gets in their psyche.
It's a little
and it kind of looks
psychological
mixed
thing.
match. Looking at this video,
The door and the...
You're
and
right. I didn't realize it looked so outdated until you pointed it out. Thanks, Paige.
I know, and just things were old. But I was able to use the things that we had. So I'm still using those white pots that you see over there. But since we're going into fall, I updated the colors with a little bit more fall color. And with these, I painted them a black shine.
Right.
And same with the door. It's easy to keep clean.
But what I noticed is you took our little spot to sit away our benches go?
I'm very sorry. That can be located in the trash section of the house.
Is that bad?
No, actually, we could have redone it. We could have done it up. But if you have these things, and you can see the bench that we had there, we did that season 1. We're almost in season 5. I say clear the clutter. Get rid of the clutter. It was rusting. That actually was rusting away.
Yeah.
And we can give it a makeover, but I just got rid of it to kind of give it a more welcoming feel.
Is it me? I see this. Is this brighter? Did you put something, a whitener on the concrete?
No, actually, all I did was a pressure washer. Oh. And you guys, and if you don't have these at home, you can rent one from your local hardware store. And you plug it in, and I gave all of this and this and this, just a little wash down. And that's all it needed. And so let's talk about the new people who come by that might want to buy your house, even your friends and family. You don't want your own dirt tracking into your house.
Plus, a pressure washer gives me a lot of satisfaction.
I know, because really fun.
You just
all your frustration.
And it's great because there's no chemicals involved. It's just water.
It's just water.
Yeah.
Although it's not water safe.
No.
No salt?
No,
I
it's
thought
not
that was
It's
salt
just
to get it
plain
No,
water. Plain water.
So what's the final touch?
We could use it. See, if they were here.
If we had our gray water attached,
then it would be really green.
It would be very green. We'd be using recycled water to wash off our concrete.
Yeah.
Can we borrow your recycled water?
Could we please?
Let's just get a huge hose and
We'll
hook
bring
it
it
up
back
to
when
Studio
we're
City.
done.
Yeah. If it rains again, we'll bring some back. What's the final touch, Paige?
Final touch. I want to, maybe you can help me out. Will you hold this?
Yes.
Final touch that says, hello, welcome. You want that at your front door, not only to welcome people in, but also to keep the dirt out of the house. And then, as I said before, we had this old kind of outdated wreath.
Yeah.
So we just made a new one that said home and family, and it's kind of keeping with the season. You can buy a new one every season. Doesn't cost very much, and you've got a whole new entrance. We
Okay,
put
so
this in.
really quickly to recap.
Yep.
For under $100 to give your house a zhuzh curb appeal, how much are you tacking onto the price if you sell?
I would tack on 100,000, but I suggest people do 10 to 30,000.
That's so impressive.
Wow.